So all this week, we are bringing you the big stories ahead of Sunday night's Oscars, including some of the films that are up for Best Picture. Have you seen The Zone of Interest? What about American Fiction? Now, both those films are up for the biggest award of the night, but they may not have been enjoyed with the same popularity as Barbenheimer, for example. Well, today, we're taking a closer look at more nominated films that you might not have seen or even heard of. This year brought us the Barbenheimer phenomenon, where moviegoers would head to the theaters and watch Barbie and Oppenheimer back to back.
This is a national emergency.
So cool.
It also brought us Martin Scorsese's latest hit, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Bradley Cooper's period piece, Maestro. But you aren't alone if, besides those big ones, you just haven't heard of a lot of these nominated films.
So, as you know, the autopsy report is inconclusive about the cause of death.
Stop. I did not kill him.
That's not the point.
Are we really doing this? Like you haven't heard of these movies that I talk about every Friday morning at 7:45 a.m.?
How could you possibly know that?
No, look, that is the reaction. That's the reaction you should have. That's the reaction that makes me excited when Oscar nominations came out. That's what the Oscars are there for. They're not there to validate your favorite movie that you have already seen. They're there to help you discover movies that don't have the big marketing budgets. They help you discover quality work that could expand your horizons. Like Anatomy of a Fall, which I talked to you guys about months ago, but now here it is, this huge contender racking up all sorts of Oscar nominations and sure to take a few home.
Editors, they want a black book.
They have a black book. I'm black, and it's my book.
Another film up for Best Picture that's one to watch is American Fiction, a dramedy that won TIFF's People's Choice Award.
People want to love you, Monk. You should let them love all of you.
American Fiction, we knew this was going to be a heavy hitter at the Oscars as soon as it won that People's Choice Award. And you saw like the roars coming out of the audience. This is a really fun comedy that is also really prickly and makes you uncomfortable about the type of narratives people want to tell about black people.
Look at what they published. Look at what they expect us to write. I just want to rub their noses in it.
I actually put money on American Fiction winning Best Screenplay.
He can be the first great American conductor.
Bradley Cooper's Maestro isn't the only period piece that's up for a big award of the night. There's also The Zone of Interest, which is a historical drama that's nominated in 5 major categories at this year's Oscars.
Die herrliche Zeit, die mir gemütlich im gastlichen Hause has verlebt.
For critics, this has been the heavy hitter for award season, but it's always been bubbling under the surface. Critics have just been waiting for this movie to drop and create an impact because this is a really tough, confrontational movie about our culpability in genocide. It's a movie that follows the Nazi family who were in charge of Auschwitz, puts you in a really uncomfortable position, and look at how easy it is for you to become culpable in genocide. The studios held this one back. It's always been simmering under the surface. The hype for this movie was simmering under the surface where nobody even heard about it until those Oscar nominations dropped, and then boom, it's in theaters everywhere. Alongside Killers of the Flower Moon, this is one of my favorite movies of the year.
History is not simply the study of the past, it is an explanation of the present.
Some other notable films to watch before Sunday's ceremony that you might not have heard of are The Holdovers.
You stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours.
Poor Things.
I'm a changeable feast, as are all of we.
And Past Lives.
What a good story this is. Childhood sweethearts who reconnect 20 years later and realize they were meant for each other.
Look, like you don't need the Oscars to validate the movie you already love, Barbie fans.
It's the best day ever.
It is the best day ever.
The Oscars are at their best when they're spotlighting movies you never heard of and that you should absolutely discover. So this is your chance to discover these nominees.
Lots of movies to watch before the weekend. The Oscars, a reminder, will be live on CTV this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.